Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namani. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namani. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandegam Sri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneswari Prishabhana Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge by which we can directly realize ourself. Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharma. So this is the Dharma, this Bhagavad Gita. So that means this is teaching us what is right. So Dharma means righteousness. So we need to know what we are doing is right or wrong. Because any wrong move is not good for us. That's what we need to understand. Any wrong move is going to bind us in this material world. Every time when we do an activity, of course, we are doing many activities every day. We already know from Bhagavad Gita very well that we cannot sit idle. Everyone is forced to act. That we already know. But we are forced to act because we are attached to the results. And when we are forced to act, after we act, when we claim the results, then we are bound by the results. And what are the results? The results are not the actual results what we are getting when we do an action. For example, if you are doing a job or studying for an exam, if you are very much attached to the results and things like that, the result is not the pass or failure. Pass or fail, that's not the result. The result is whether we are bound by that action or not. That is what is the result we need to understand, the actual result. So, that means if we are attached to the results, what we are doing is we are committing sins. So that means when we are done with that an action, that means we are accumulating our sinful reactions. So we have to face the consequences. Not the actual results we are going to face. Because of that action, what we are getting. We have to face the sinful reactions, what we are going to get for that. That's what we need to understand. So that means each and every individual has already accumulated so many such sinful reactions. It is there, it's stored. Krishna knows everything. And we all have to face. That's the reason we are struggling and suffering in this material world. For example, if a person has no such sinful reactions, there is no need for him to suffer at all. So, the reason for our suffering in this material world, it is because of our past sinful actions, and we are facing those reactions now. That's what we need to understand. This is basically simply action and reaction. That's it. Like a Newton's third law of motion. Every action has got an equal and opposite reaction. But here, in this case, the law of karma is every action has got an equal and similar reaction. That's what we need to understand. So we need to face that reaction. We need to face that action, face that reaction, everything we need to do that. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, what we are understanding is that simply by getting this knowledge, simply by understanding this Bhagavad Gita, so we have the opportunity to burn all those past, all those sinful reactions which are stored because of our past sinful actions, whatever the sinful reactions which we are going to face in future. So what we can do is that with this fire of knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, which is the fire of knowledge, we can burn them completely into ashes. Yataidamsi samitognihi bhasmashat kurute Arjuna jnanagni tadda karma bhasmashat kurute tata. So a blazing fire, samitogni. So it burns a firewood into ashes. Damsi, firewood into samitogni, bhasma. Bhasma means ashes. Bhasmashat kurute. Similarly, tata. So similarly, yataidamsi samitogni bhasmasat kurute Arjuna jnanagni tadda karman. So the fire of knowledge, jnana agni. So jnana is knowledge, agni means fire. So jnana agni means the fire of knowledge. Jnana agni tadda karmanam bhasmashat kurute tata. So all our karmanam, all our sinful reactions. So it will burn everything into ashes. So that means when we can take shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, so that means this is dharma. That's why in the beginning I mentioned that dharma means what is right, what is wrong. So righteousness, understanding that. So that means if we take shelter into this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we know what is the right thing to do. So that means we are not going to commit any more sinful actions. We are not going to commit any more sinful actions. So that means we don't have to face any such reactions for our future actions. And at the same time, whatever sinful acts which we are already committed, so all those sinful reactions can also be washed off, can also be burnt into ashes. So that is the effect of studying and understanding this Bhagavad Gita. That's what we need to do. So that way, Bhagavad Gita is the knowledge, it's the king of knowledge, which is actually giving us all what all we need to know. Other things, there is no need for us to know. Any question which is not discussed in Bhagavad Gita, which is not asked by Arjuna or not answered by Krishna, we don't have to know. If that's why sometimes devotees, when they ask questions which is not there in Bhagavad Gita, I can't even answer it. And there is no need to know that also. So whatever we need to know, everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. Idite jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya. That's what Krishna said. So I have explained to you the secret of all secrets. Guhyat guhyataram maya, by me. So whatever I have explained, so whatever instructed by me to you, so that is the secret of all secrets. So idite jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya. Vimurshetat asesena yatechasi tatakuru. That's what Krishna says. So So we need to understand that by Krishna's causeless mercy, with this fire of knowledge, we can burn all our sinful reactions into ashes. And Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting this knowledge. We have to make a full use of this knowledge. That's what is very important. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, when we understand this Bhagavad Gita fully, we are going to make use of it. We are already making use of it. We are already following what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. The very reason we are joining this Bhagavad Gita every day at this time, that itself is a proof that we are already making use of this opportunity what Krishna has created for us. So that means we have already taken shelter into this knowledge. It is already a proof. So already every day we are giving attendance. Krishna is taking attendance. Krishna knows. Krishna knows we are very sincere in our efforts to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita. So that Krishna knows. So now we have to make full use of this opportunity. That's what is very important. We are focusing, we are studying, we understand, and then follow, and then we have so much of things to do in our life for Krishna. Before our life comes to an end, we have to do everything for Krishna. And all are going to be very easy to do. Everything. That's going to fix all our issues. That's going to solve all our problems. All our sinful, as I mentioned earlier, all our past sins will be completely removed off. So that's why Krishna said that we'll quickly become righteous and attain everlasting peace of mind. So Sasvachantim Nigachati. Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma Sasvachantim Nigachati. So that is the effect of studying this Bhagavad Gita. So to put it in simple terms, the effect of studying Bhagavad Gita is that all our past sinful reactions are going to be completely removed, and we are not going to do any more future sinful actions. So that's one. That is the effect of studying this Bhagavad Gita. So we have to just take shelter unto Krishna. And Krishna knows, Krishna plans, and Krishna knows everything what is happening around us. Krishna will put in such a situation that everything is conducive for our liberation. So again, that Krishna only has to help us. Krishna saves us. Krishna is helping us. So Krishna makes sure that everything is coming in the right direction. So everything goes in the right direction. That's what Krishna is. That's Krishna's job. So that way we know what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do. Everything is very clear. So we will become an excellent karta, performer. So that's all. Niyatam sanga rahitam araga tvesataga kritam apala prepshuna karma. So that is the type of karma we will do. And then mukta sango anaham vadi dhrityutsaga samanvitaga siddhya siddhyo nirvikaraga karta satvikam uchyate. That will be our situation. When we get this complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so we are going to be mukta sangha. So we are freed from the sangha, from all association, all material association. That's what. We are no more connected with any materialistic things. Mukta sangha. That's what is very important. We'll be freed. So that's what is needed. So we should be completely dissociating ourselves from everything in this material world. So that's what mukta sangha. Anahamvadi. So we will never be thinking that I am the doer. So always we know that who is the doer. So that means we don't claim the results, we don't take the responsibility. The problem in falsely claiming that I am the doer, so that means we are going to go and claim the results. So that means we are going to take the responsibility. So that means we are getting the sinful reactions. So that's why we won't get any more future sinful reactions, because with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we will understand very clearly, we are already understanding very clearly that we are not the doer, and so that way we don't go and accept the results. We don't go and claim the results. We know that the results belong to Krishna. Of course, we won't throw away the results. So we don't claim the results. So the actual meaning of not claiming the results is not affected by the results. So not disturbed by the results. Because our mind is not attached to the results. Because our mind is not thinking about results. Because our mind is thinking only about Krishna. So that is the reason we are not climbing or disturbed by the results. So that is the reason we are not going to be affected by the results. So that's what is Mukta Sangha, Anahamvadi. So, and another important point is that when we work for Krishna, when we do everything for Krishna, so without any attachment to the results, so that means we will have so much determination to do it for Krishna. That's what Dhriti. Dhriti is determination. We have so much determination, we do it because we want to do it for Krishna. Because our goal is to please Krishna. Because we love our Krishna so much. Because of such love, we want to please Krishna, so we do that. That's what is very important. So that's what is Dhriti, determination. Utsaga. So Utsaga means with so much enthusiasm. That's what. Dhriti Utsaga. So that's what. Utsaga Samanvidaga. With equal mind, with equanimity, Samanvidaga. So that's what Dhriti Utsaga Samanvidaga, Mukta Sango, Anakamvadi, Dhriti Utsaga Samanvidaga, Siddhya Siddhyo Nirvikharaha. So we won't change, we won't be affected by the success or failure of our actions because we are always successful. As long as we are not attached to the results, we are not disturbed by the results, we are very successful. That's what we need to understand. So we are always very successful. That's what Dhrityutsaga Samanvidaga, Siddhya Siddho Nirvikaraga. Then that's what Satvikam Uchade. Karta Satvikam Uchade. So that kind of Karta, that kind of performer is in the mode of goodness. Satvikam Uchade. So we need to understand. Mukta Sangha. So we need to get liberation from the association in this material. So that means we should not be associating it with anything. We should not be attached to anything. So that's what is very important. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we will be able to do that. We will be able to do everything by Krishna's causeless mercy. So because Krishna is giving us that kind of opportunity to do that. Krishna is creating that kind of opportunity. So Krishna is not sitting idle. So he knows how much sincere we are, how much serious we are. Krishna knows. So that way, Krishna is creating all the opportunities what we need. He knows. So because he's seated in our heart, he knows our wish, our desires. So that's why I always say that whatever we actually desire to please Krishna, it is going to happen. We're going to see that happening in front of our eyes immediately. Krishna is using the word without any delay. That means immediately. So many wonderful things will happen only when we are attached to Krishna, when we want to please Krishna. So all these things are happening in front of our eyes, whatever we want to do it for. So we need to understand. So we have to desire to do everything for Krishna. So then that's going to happen. There is no doubt about it. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting that kind of opportunity and we are understanding this Bhagavad Gita very well. So by Krishna's mercy, we have finished 13 slokas in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So what we have studied in the 12th sloka, Mogasa Moga Karmanu Moga Jnana Vicheta Saha Rakshashi Masurim Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shita Mogasha Moga Karmana Moga Jnana Vicheta. So bewildered, baffled with our hopes, baffled with our activities, baffled with our knowledge, so not having the actual knowledge. So bewildered by all these things. Mogasha, Moga Karmanu, Moga Jnana, Vichetasagam, Rakshashima Surim Chaiva, Prakritim Mohinim Shitagam. So we means the demons. So not we are devotees. We are Krishna's devotees. So we are not going to take shelter into Prakritim, Mohinim Prakriti. But the demons, those who don't understand Krishna as the Supreme Lord, those who deride when Krishna descends in human form, of course, for us, we fully accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarvameta Tritam Manye Yanmam Vadasi Keshava. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. So whatever you said, Krishna, I completely accept them as truth, as fact. So that exactly same with us also. Whatever Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, we are completely accept them as fact. We have no confusion, no doubts. So that's what we need to understand. Mogasha, Moga Karmano, Moga Jnana Vichetasaga, Rakshashima Shurim Chaiva, Prakriti Moginim Shitaka. So, whereas that's what those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demoniac and atheistic views. In the deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. So, in the next sloka, what Krishna is teaching, Mahatmanastu mam partha devim prakritim ashita bhajanti ananya manaso nyatva bhutadim avyayam. So Mahatmana, so they are great souls. Mam partha devim prakritim ashita. So they actually take shelter unto devim prakritim. So what we understand from these two slokas, 12th and 13th slokas in the 9th chapter, Mohinim Prakriti, Devim Prakritim, both are under Krishna's control. So now, what kind of Prakriti we take shelter unto, that's what is very important. So if we take shelter unto Mohinim Prakriti, so that means it's a full of problem in our life. So that means we are fools. That's what. So if we are devotees of Krishna, so if we already know that Samahatma Sudur Labhaga, such great souls are very rare. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. We already studied in the 7th chapter, 19th sloka. So Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Devim Prakriti Mahashitagar. So they will take shelter unto the divine nature. Bhajanti Ananya Manaso Nyatva Bhutadim Abhyam. They render devotional service unto me without any deviation in mind, knowing very well that I am the origin of all living entities. That's what Bhajanti Ananya Manaso Nyatva Bhutadim Avyayam. So, O son of Pratham, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of God, original and inexhaustible. So in the next sloka, what Krishna is teaching us in the 14th sloka, Satatam kirtayanto ma yadantascha dhrutavrata namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. So such devotees, they are always engaged in chanting my glories. Satatam kirtayanto mam. That's what, Satatam. Again, Krishna is using the word Satatam, always engaged in chanting my glories and with great determination, Dhrita Vratagam. So with full, complete determination, they are endeavoring, they are fully endeavoring. Yatantascha Dhrita Vratagam. So they are always endeavoring for perfection. So Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya. They offer their obeisances unto me with full devotion. So that's what Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate. So that way they are always engaged in worshipping me. That's what Nityayukta Upasate. So that is the nature of a devotee. So we are elevating ourselves to that kind of life, that kind of status in our life, that always chanting Krishna's glories and always endeavoring, rendering devotional service to Krishna and offering obeisances unto Krishna and worshipping Krishna all the time. So that's what we are doing. So always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 14th sloka in the 9th chapter today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We'll just, in 2 minutes, we'll start chanting Hare Krishna. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामी नित्य नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणी। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। ये श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Samataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for this class.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hope everything you understood today. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Now I'm in Bhubaneswar, so probably today evening I will go to ISKCON temple and
Very nice.
attend the...
Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare.
Subhalakshmi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Rama, Hare Hare.
What I understand, Moha and Rakshasatva is there. They are not coming with me. And Atma Jnanam, always thinking me and sadhana doing. They are coming with me.
Yes,
that I am understanding what Krishna says.
Yes. Yes. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhuji.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Tamil YouTube.
Oh, Tamil YouTube. Today I didn't have Bhagavad Gita lectures for Tamil. But YouTube, you are there in the WhatsApp group, Mataji?
Where?
You are there in the WhatsApp group? WhatsApp group, in the Tamil WhatsApp group? Irkingla?
Irkene.
YouTube link varumella.
அது எப்படி அதை டச் பண்ணா வரும் இல்லையா அப்படி
I will call you and I will tell you Mataji. I will teach you. Yes,
okay Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Ram,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you.
Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Ani Pepper Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for another wonderful class. I really liked what you were saying, particularly about how everything we need to know is in the Bhagavad Gita, and anything that isn't in there are things we don't need.
Yes.
So it's like the Bhagavad Gita is our user's manual for living in the material world, you know, in a Krishna conscious way. I like that.
Exactly. Yes, Mataji. That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, it's like how to operate our body, how to use our body. So, how to act in such a way, it works very well. We can make use of this body. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess this is the Kali Yuga edition.
Yeah. Yes. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hina Mataji. Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Palniyappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare.
So today's whatever explanation you have given in general is very, very really interesting, because once you know Bhagavad Gita, you need not that completely it gives a knowledge, total knowledge of how to live.
Yes.
That is a very, very interesting thing.
Yes.
Which if it is nothing is taught in Bhagavad Gita, then you can forget it totally.
Yes,
it is not
we may not know anything out of it. Yes.
Yeah, for your life. That is a very important point which you have taught to us today. That is, once you know Bhagavad Gita, that means you know your life.
Yes.
In short, that is the thing. And another important thing is all your sins are relieved. Whatever you have done, even in
that's correct. All our past actions.
Yes. Totally. It's a very interesting factor which you told today regarding Bhagavad Gita. It's a very, very Even though you might have told earlier also.
Yes.
Today, that's
We'll never ever get bored even listening to the glories of Bhagavad Gita again and again. It's same like listening Krishna's glories. Nothing
that is a very,
different.
very thing. And last 2 days I am just hearing you in Tamil.
Yes, only today you will not
Bhagavad
get it.
Gita
Prabhu.
in
Today
Tamil.
I didn't have Tamil Bhagavad Gita class. I was not able to be
Okay, no
in
problem.
time on
But
time
because
and home.
it is
From Monday again, we'll have it on Monday. I'm doing it only 5 days a week, not on Saturday, Sunday. So yes, Monday to Friday.
But nothing. It is because of mother tongue. It is
Yes,
still very, very clear.
Easy for you to understand.
Yeah, that is more clear. That is the thing. What I felt. 2 days
Yes.
I listened. And
Yes.
I felt because it is our mother tongue.
It's nice to sing the sloka in
Yeah.
Tamil.
Yeah, that is
Able to Krishna's mercy,
totally
translate it as a song. Yes. Yeah, in all languages we
that
do it.
another important thing.
Yes.
Because English anyway, it is a foreign language to us. That is the thing. That is another part. And for next week, I will try because I am just going out tomorrow to Mysore side.
Okay.
And then I will try to get it. Sometime the net is not available. That is the headache.
Then you can watch through the YouTube.
When we go out.
So your 1 week you will be away from?
Yeah. Yeah, 1 week. 1 week means around 6 days. And because in the house means no problem. I am having my own. So net problem is not there at all. So
yes.
Outside little. Anyway, thank you. I will see in the YouTube all the things. Yes, both I will see, both Tamil and English. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Again, wonderful lecture lesson today also. And we have in the beginning said that the fruitful result action of it will we are accumulating sins. And those sins can be removed by remembering Krishna only. And that is a beautiful way of giving us the gyan and the concept of sin, accumulated sins. Really wonderful lecture today also. And in the today's sloka also, niyatam kirtanam, and उनको ध्यान करना really. Today's sloka is a beautiful sloka.
Yes,
indicates us to remember him, to do kirtana and all that. Really, I think these all things we remember and recollect and we act on this. Really, it will be very beneficial to us.
Yes.
In the consciousness. Thank you, Guruji, for a beautiful lesson, beautiful Gyan on Gita today. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Jyoti Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Daily listening in the morning inspires.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Vishnu Vardhana Rao Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Questions, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Namaste.
Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for the class, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us every day in Kirtan mode.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Guruji. I missed the beginning part. I will listen to the YouTube. And tomorrow I'll be traveling by train. I don't think I'll be able to join for the class, Guruji.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes.
You're going back
Thank
from
you.
Chennai to Bangalore?
Chennai to Bangalore, morning
Okay.
train.
Okay.
So thank you very much, Guruji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna. Very important shloka today. Today's
Yes,
shloka is
Mataji.
very often.
Very, very important.
Yes. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Pranam Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. Excellent
Thank
class. Really, it's a very interesting slogas, Guruji.
Yes,
Really
Prabhu.
learning and very motivating. And thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.
Dandavad pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
More than this, sir.
Nandri.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Today I understand, Prabhuji, the
Yes, ma'am.
difficulties in this material world are past sinful karmas. With Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we can burn our past sinful karmas. But whatever we want to know, all secrets are in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is secret of all secrets. By Krishna's mercy, we are getting the Bhagavad Gita knowledge. When we get complete Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we will be free, Mukta Sanghas. We realize we are not doers. We not expect results. We know results goes to Krishna only.
Krishna.
Our mind not thinking of results. Our mind is thinking only about Krishna. We do anything, everything to Krishna only. Then we won't affect the success or failure. By Krishna's conscious mercy, we are able to live like that. So many wonderful things happen when we totally surrender to Krishna. Who have no knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna goes to demons. They do not know the supreme. They don't know they should. Fools don't know, understand the Krishna's supreme nature. They are confused. They don't have knowledge because of ignorance. They take this shelter of demons. Mahatmas knows Krishna is supreme Lord. They take shelter of Krishna, render devotional services to Krishna with Ananya Bhakti. They understand Krishna is controller of everything. They always engage chanting Krishna's stories. They are always engaged devotional services for Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Thank you so much for the class. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Ram, Hare Hare. Pranam.
Pranam. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Dandavad pranam, Guruji.
Dandavad
Hare
pranam.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram, Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Dandavad pranam, Guruji.
Dandavad pranam, Hare Krishna. Hina Mataji, Hare Krishna. Manoranjan Sagu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Manoranjan Sagar Prabhu. Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan now.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.